Hello, my name is Tupy, and this is my reflection vlog over my persuasive speech. So I thought the purpose of this speech was to persuade people into what I was speaking about, and in this case it was about why minimum wage needs to be changed or raised. And I also believe the purpose was to get practice with speeches, so in case I need to do one like this in the future. Going into this speech, I felt pretty good about my knowledge and what I was going to do, but I was a little nervous about getting to the time limit. In the end, though, I had enough information and statistics that I could get to the time limit with ease. I practiced speaker ethos in a few different ways, and the first way I did was using good and trustworthy sources. This led me to be a trustworthy speaker because of the great authors I used who had expertise in this area. I feel like my topic can be related to pretty well because it seems like minimum wage is always being talked about these days, and most people have had a first job where they made minimum wage, so they can relate to it in that sense. I felt like my technology worked pretty well and was adapted enough to do what I needed it to. And I felt like all aspects of my speech went well, but I would have to say the conclusion went the best. It felt pretty natural, and I felt pretty good about it after I did it. And then the part that felt a little odd to me was my transitions, but I feel like they weren't that bad. I considered my audience by thinking what they would want to hear, and I made sure not to get too boring with all the statistics, so I kept those to a minimum. And I felt like my first point about how it was the right thing to do was my strongest persuasive argument. And I also felt I had an advantage of solid logos since we learned about them in this class earlier. I also felt like I had good logos because I felt I had pretty good knowledge about my topic. I felt like my delivery was good. I got my point across throughout my speech. I also felt like I did a good job by not relying on my note cards, because going into it, I thought I would have to use them a lot more than I would end up having to. And one thing that did not go so well was my facial expressions and body language. And a way I could improve that is practice them a little more before the actual speech. And something I learned from the book is on chapter 14, page 104. And this is where it talks about interrogation and helping the audience fully understand the situation. And I felt like I did an okay job on that. And I learned that from the book. And that is it. So thank you for your time.